The Sad Little Moth. On the edge of a magical forest of whispering woods was a tall, dense privet bush. Over the years it had provided a home for many insects and birds. Glued on the bush was a large clump of shiny white eggs. On one very hot day, and hundreds of small bright green caterpillars chewed their way out of their eggs. Samia was one of these. Soon she lost her skin and crawled out. She had true legs and prolegs to attach to the leaf. She felt good, ate and grew fast. When she crawled out of her old skin, she was covered all over with little tube-like structures and black dots on her back and around her breathing holes. After several molts, she was as white as snow with a tinge of beautiful blue and green. She even had blue dots on her prolegs and was covered in a fine white powder. So pretty, she thought. She was big now, as big as many of the leaves she was feeding on, and could not keep growing, so she covered herself with fine silk and went to sleep. Mother Nature gave her brown hard skin and redesigned her. Her prolegs were lost, her true legs were becoming longer, and she was really hairy. She wriggled and wanted to escape this silken prison, so ate her way out and flopped down of a leaf. Was there something wrong with her wings? They were shriveled? Soon she felt them inflating and was very happy. I'm a super moth, and she flapped her wings so fast that her feet left the ground. Her wings were beautiful. They were of different shades of brown with a purple stripe and yellow spots and lines. She flew and landed on a leaf next to another insect similar to her. Ouch, it said. Samia, she saw this creature was very handsome, with its velvety black with red stripes running through the middle of its forewings and white spots at the tips. It was a butterfly. It said, I'm really hungry, my stomach's empty and I fancy some nectar. I can smell ripe figs. I love juicy figs, don't you? Samia didn't know what to say. They both flew over to the figs. Come on, let's feed. As it said this, she noticed something tightly coiled under its head shoot forward like unwind a spring, and its tip went into the figure. Samia felt with her foreleg for this feature under her head, but it wasn't there. I don't have one of those spring-like things, she said. Well, then you can't feed. But I'm hungry, she cried. What can I do? The butterfly felt sorry for her. Samia was devastated. She sat there, downcast, feeling miserable and unhappy. Why can't I feed? She said. There must be a reason that you have no mouthparts, her friend said. Everything has a reason, often it is a very good one. Samia felt really sad. This was awful, terribly tragic, a real disaster. Perhaps she had not developed properly. She felt inferior, rubbish, imperfect, and beyond help. Heartbroken, she realized she was a failure, and she would die soon if she could not feed. Why ever was she born at all? Feeling lonely, devastated and different, Samia longed to find her purpose in life, if there even was one. Determined to help his new sad little moth friend, the butterfly embarked on a mission to discover a solution to her hunger. It was May. On the river were thousands of mayflies which had hatched together and rose up and down in a frenzied dance so as to find a partner and lay thousands of eggs on the water surface. One mayfly suddenly landed on the leaf next to them. We have only minutes left, it said. I have to find a mate, as I will be dead. I must be off, and off it flew. It shouted back, we don't have mouths, so I need all the energy to get this done. She saw it circle round and suddenly drop down and float along with the current. Also, several salmon were floating dead in the water. They laid their eggs but did not have any energy left to return to the sea. On their journey they met a black soldier fly. It also told her that it had no mouth parts and also no guts. We are ready for our nuptial flight, after which we die. Samia began to think that she also had a purpose. Her anguish was becoming her great strength. They returned to the bush Samia was born on. One of her brothers had remained on bush. He too could not feed. None of us can, he said, that's how we are. He said, Mother Nature has allowed our mouth parts to decline. The largest moths have no mouths, and being so large they would not last for a whole year. We emerge when conditions are just right and there is less competition for food. We do not waste our energy looking for food but use it to produce more eggs. It's not much point eating if you are only going to live a day or two. Samia was now full of joy and embraced her role as a beacon of hope in the Whispering Woods, proving that even a moth without a mouth can make a difference in the world by increasing the chances of passing her genes to the next generation. No longer was she the sad little moth anymore but the happiest moth in the world.